So hi Gary, how are you? Great to see you.
I'm great, Rachel. Good to see you.
Brilliant. And how are you enjoying Countex so far?
So far it's great. So this is the third time we've been to Accountex, and our stand and our presence gets bigger and bigger every year. And the show gets bigger every year as well. So I'm really pleased that there's a real buzz, there's a real kind of energy in the atmosphere around here. And our stand is really busy, which is obviously a big objective of us, as we want to have lots of people talking to us. So yeah, loving it.
Excellent, good to hear. And of course, Xero's annual results were out pretty recently, a few weeks ago, and you're doing really successfully. So tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, so we love doubling our business every year, and we're kind of addicted to that. And so right back from when we had a few hundred and a few thousand customers, we want to grow. And so I'm really pleased that, so in the UK we went from something like 22,000 customers a year ago, and we're now coming up on 50,000. So I think we finished the year on 47,000. It's a huge growth, and what we see that an event like this is so many customers that weren't customers of ours a year ago now coming to see us at Accountex. And so we're pleased with our performance, but I think what it kind of really underpins for me is the sense that this cloud thing is really going to catch on. This isn't a fad, this isn't something that was a bit of a flash in the pan, and that it's becoming a kind of default choice for lots and lots of businesses and accountants. And so one of the things that we're just announcing at the show is we did some research 6 months ago for our conference, XeroCon, and 6 months ago we commissioned a survey of accounting firms and their attitudes to the cloud. And 6 months ago, something like 27% of accounting firms we spoke to were already using the cloud, and 28% were going to use it. But there was still quite a large chunk, so more than half were either doing it or were going to do it, but there was still like 45% were thinking, no, the cloud's not for us. And so we ran that survey again just last month, and those numbers have all changed. And it's something like, in terms of either doing it or considering doing it, we're now up to 65%, and that, no, we're not going to use the cloud, has gone down from 45 to 35%, and that's just 6 months. And so that's telling us that adoption of cloud and that adoption of working differently with clients among accounting firms is absolutely accelerating now again, and we're seeing that coming out in our performance as a business as well.
Brilliant, certainly very impressive figures there. And just wondering if you had any kind of update on what's happening in the cloud sector at the moment. Has there been any kind of exciting or new developments in the past year or so?
So I just think it's the acceleration. If you think about the fact that, and I'm going to talk later today, I think cloud software is accelerating faster than PC software did. And we thought PC software was pretty cool when it launched, 20, 30 years ago. But if you were using PC-based accounting software 20, 30 years ago, you were a bit of an anomaly. Most people weren't doing that. Today, because we're all online, we're all using the internet, we all have these high expectations from technology. Now that the cloud is mature, the acceleration we're seeing in adoption is like nothing we've ever seen in technology before. And so I think the big story and the big thing that we're seeing is just that the attitudes and the propensity to move to the cloud is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then some of the cool stuff that we're trying to do is, now that we've built out that kind of horizontal footprint of what our product can do, is that how can we start using new ways of working and new ways of helping those small businesses and accountants do things that they can never do before. And so something like, statistically, in 2013, UK businesses on Xero processed about £11 billion worth of transactions. And of course, of a day, that breaks down to something like 20-30 million pounds worth of business a day is conducted in the UK on Xero. And that's really useful information, because we can then start telling our customers, by looking at the performance of specific things like invoice payment terms, the best ways for them to get paid and improve their cash flow. We're very early into that, and it's a huge area, but I think the next thing that we'll see in the next couple of years will be, now that all of our customers are using that data and it's all centrally stored in the cloud, how can we give them even more value from that, to help them be better run businesses, get paid more quickly, and so I'd say that's probably what's going to come in the next couple of years, is how we use that data more effectively for people.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Gary, for speaking to us today. Brilliant, and I hope you really enjoy Accountex and have a great time.
Cheers. Good to see you.
Thanks.